Now, the big guys will be at the TPC River Highlands soon, but this week it was Hackers Day, or as Fox 61's Bob Rumbold tells us, the Travelers Championship Media Day.
It's a sure sign the Travelers Championship is not that far away. Travelers Media Day.
You can feel it in the air. It's like once the Masters hits, everybody just starts to get excited about the tournament, and everybody has so many good ideas, and we're trying to do as many of them as we can for 2010. But at this point, there's no stopping it now.
The defending champion Kenny Perry was there. In fact, he flew in this morning just to be at Media Day, even if he couldn't play golf today.
You know, it's all about the good feelings and the great week that I had, and talking about it, reliving it, telling stories, and just living life a little bit. And I was excited to come. Where I came here, you know, I had to pedal to the metal. I was going to make as many birdies as I could, and I told them, they were going to have to catch me.
Although these days every golfer is forced to answer questions about Tiger Woods and his problems. Kenny didn't duck those questions.
I'm glad he's back. I mean, I personally like Tiger, and he made a huge mistake, and we all make mistakes, and we hopefully, he said he's going to change, and you got to forgive the guy and give him a chance.
So the countdown is on. We are just over 2 months away from the start of the Travelers Championship 2010. It all begins June the 21st. At the TPC here in Cromwell, I'm Bob Rumbold, Fox 61 News.
Nathan Grube is here to continue our conversation about the Travelers Championship, this time getting into the golf. And Fox Connecticut reporter Jim Altman, who I might add was also the winner of the Media Day golf tournament. I think we have some pictures of him along with Fox Connecticut Tim Lammers and Scott Gray of WTIC Radio. We do have some pictures of them. There they are. That was before they teed off. I think they were arguing at that point.
I was instructing Lammers what to do.
And there a bunch of us were before teeing off. That was a fun day. And what did you shoot?
There it is again. I'm sure Lammers really appreciates that photo twice.
I know.
We shot a good score. We were helped by our very high handicaps. We're both really bad golfers, but we played well that day. And you know what happens, Nathan, when you have a couple of good shots, you work cohesively as a team, and it came together for us. And no matter what they say, it was legit.
It was
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you are an honest golfer, I know that.
I am.
So,
I'm a bad one, but an honest one.
Aside from the big draw of Tim Lammers and Jimmy Altman, what other actual golfers do you have coming this
year? That hurts.
The real field, the Jaycees of the world.
No, we had we were fortunate to be able to announce some great guys about a month ago when we had Ricky Fowler, who's kind of in the running for Rookie of the Year, Hunter Mahan, Stuart Sink.
Both former champs.
Both former champs, and Kenny Perry, obviously, and Anthony Kim. Yeah, it's great to have Anthony Kim back.
Yeah.
He's a lot of
great
fun.
Player.
And then we just announced Vijay Singh and David Toms and Justin Rose and Chad Campbell, who lost in the playoff with Kenny in the Masters last year. So it's still early. That's what people don't fully understand. We're still, 60 days, 58 days out, and it is still early. I mean, these guys are still making their schedule, so it's good to have these guys early.
Right, and there are always the rumors, as Jimmy was just talking about, of is Tiger going to come? I mean, would this year maybe be more favorable for having him? Or
you never know with Tiger. I mean, he has one of those things where you never know where he's going to play, and he would always commit kind of the Friday before a tournament. So I would say this year, I mean, who knows what he's going to do with his schedule as far as where he's going to play. I mean, we ask every year, and so I mean, we understand that guys have their playing schedules and they're stuck in their certain things, but you never know. So we'll see.
Mickelson?
Mickelson, he loves the course. He's won here a couple times. I mean, he had his wrist problem a couple years ago. He was coming, he hurt his wrist, and then he had some stuff with Amy and his wife going on. So we don't know what's going to happen with Phil. So
it would be great to see. It would be great to see Phil as a left-handed golfer.
Yeah.
And there's some new, Jimmy is always talking about the fan experience. He's done a lot of stories there. Tell us what's going to be new for the fans this year.
Well, what's unique is not every golf tournament has 20 acres right in the middle of the golf course to put fan and family stuff. And we do now that we built a new practice facility, which is great. Right in the middle of 1 and 18, we have this whole area. And we have rock walls, we have fun interactive games for kids, we have hitting stations, and we also are going to have fun stuff for adults, a wine garden, concert stage for Friday and Saturday night. I mean, there's tons of stuff to do right in the middle of the golf course. You could literally come and say, honey, I'm going to go watch golf, and you can stay here, and they'd be fine for the whole day.
And that is the best thing about it, Nathan, because it constantly evolves. There's always something new. And, when you bring your kids, they don't want to watch 18 holes of golf, but they do want to get on the rock wall, so there is really something for everyone. You had said in the press conference the other day that you've traveled around to other tournaments, and people come to you and the Travelers folks, and they say, we envy you. Why? Why do they envy you?
You don't have a title sponsor as engaged as Travelers is really anywhere else in the country. And I was being serious. I said, you don't have that in L.A. You don't have that in Charlotte. You don't have that in Miami. You know, title sponsors come in and they brand a tournament and they get all the benefits and they're kind of gone.
Yeah.
We meet with Travelers every single week throughout 52 weeks to talk about what we're going to do with the tournament. And their goal is to create this sense of anticipation, Jim, like you said, every year. What's new? What's next? What players are you going to have? What celebrities are you going to have? What more is there going to be doing for my family there this year? So, I mean, having a title sponsor driving that is extremely unique, and it puts us in a great situation.
And you just mentioned it. What celebrities do you have lined up? We're looking at last year, right? That's last year's
Wilson and Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
We are still, I mean, we had a great field last year, obviously, with Sandy Koufax and, you know, Joe and Luke and Roger Staubach and Chris Berman and all those guys. It was great. We're still working on some guys this year.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Bolton has said that he's going to come, which is great. We haven't had him in years, so what he does with his charity is tremendous. We're going to have Michael.
Tremendous.
And we're still working over the next couple weeks. You're going to start to hear some other names, but it's going to be a great celebrity field this year.
We should put in our suggestions for celebs we would like to be.
Well, you could play, Lori. You have your own show now, so you're
it's going to
considered
be hard
There's
for them
Aiden
to get
Quinn.
me.
Yeah,
He always plays. But yeah, you think you could sign him? You shot a 48 the other day on 9 holes.
48, but then I shot 51, so I'm getting worse.
I would take that. I got news for you. I would take that. The tourney made over $1 million last year for charity, Nathan. Will you beat it this year? Last year was a down year. 2009, the economy was bad.
You know what, Jim, we talked about that's what's crazy is 08, you know, we had, I think it was $750,000, $800,000 in 09. It was such a tough economy. We did close to $250,000 more than we did in 9. And so our goal definitely is to increase it every year. So we hope to be over $1,080,000 this year, which would mean the charities win.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Are we doing the putt again this year?
Every year, absolutely.
We do the putt live every year. We're doing that?
Let's show that. Amy, let's show that little
I'm down
putt.
one.
This is live.
This is live TV last year. Nathan Grube, a former professional, I might add.
Oh.
Look at that.
That was a great read. And you made me go first, which I'm looking at that going, you know what?
You're the tournament director.
And then you said you were right-handed.
Watch this.
Here we go.
You do it?
Here we go. It's the last putt I made. I mean, it's the only putt. I haven't made a putt since.
That was 2001. That was like 7 years ago. You keep
I'm kidding. That was 10 months ago on live television.
I can remember.
I jinxed myself because I haven't made a putt since.
That was a great putt.
Fell off of my couch watching that.
We'll have to do it again.
We'll do it again.
And we really look forward to it this year. We know it's going to be bigger and better than ever.
It is.
Glad having you guys out.
We are really anticipating the Travelers Championship.
Oh, great.
And right now there's a little special, right? There's a little special ticket going on?
Yes, the 2010 offer for the next 10 days, tickets are $20. Yes. So normally they're $32 at the gates. We have a $20 ticket right now for the next 10 days, so take advantage.
All right.
We will see you
out
out there.
A little plug.
Great.
All right. Special thanks to Nathan Grube for sticking around for 2 segments for the Travelers Championship, and Jim Altman of Fox Connecticut. Don't forget, if you missed something here on The Real Story, you can now watch it online by going to fox61.com. You can also catch all of these segments on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching this week's edition of The Real Story. We'll see you here again next week.